What up, squad? D20 here, and today I want to talk a little bit about Splitgate Arena Warfare, a free-to-play shooter that came out a couple months ago with elements of Halo meets Portal and a nice Tribes Ascend kind of vibe. So, without further ado, let's see if this game might be for you. Splitgate is your classic arena shooter game in which teams of between 4 and 6 compete in a variety of game modes including Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, King of the Hill, and a couple more clever ones. Of course, what really sets it apart is its utilization of the Portal mechanic made famous by the Portal games published by Valve. This adds a really cerebral element to your arena combat and makes you think of plays that just wouldn't occur to you in another first-person shooter. Allows for some really innovative plays and some really frustrating moments, to be honest. Your character in most game modes starts with a assault rifle and a pistol, though in the footage here I am playing the shoddy sniper game mode, which is a blast, undoubtedly. Your character also starts with a jetpack with a limited amount of fuel, which adds an important element of verticality to the game. While it is a little weaker than a jetpack you would find in something like Tribes, it's a nice touch to the game and it really adds another element to what would otherwise be a Call of Duty or Halo with portals kind of thing. In most other game modes, you can pick up a variety of weapons, SMGs, shotguns, sniper rifles, battle rifles, rocket launchers. And while the assault rifle is a strong gun that you start with, I've heard a lot of people say that if you're good and you can hit your shots, the pistol actually has a faster time to kill. So that adds an important skill barrier. You can spray and pray with your assault rifle, or you can pick your shots and go for the pistol kills. Of course, I am kinda bad, so you'll often see me spraying and praying, but to each their own. The game is free to play, free to download. From day one for $0, you have access to every weapon and skill that everybody else would have, the exception of the cosmetic loot boxes, which, depends how you feel about them, but gameplay-wise, you are a free-to-play player is absolutely on even ground compared to everybody else, separated only by your skill. You'll notice enemy portals are opaque, so you can't see through them, but you can jump through them and shoot through them. If you kind of know they're camping in a circle and shooting you through it, you can do the same and return fire, blindly of course, through that portal, and it is possible to get kills that way, which is nice. There are grenades in the game, but they don't do damage to enemy players. Instead, they serve the sole function of destroying enemy portals, which, as you'll see, is a huge tactical must, as portals really take the game to the next level. Splitgate also features in-game achievements, which are pretty much limited to getting X amount of kills with the shotgun, sniper, assault rifle, etc. Nothing crazy, but a nice feature. Gameplay is generally fun, fast-paced, and pretty frantic, which is what I love in a first-person shooter. So this game has kept me entertained and mildly frustrated for a while now. So while the game's core principle is a blast and plays pretty well, there are some issues with the game that I do need to mention. First among them is matchmaking. While this is more a result of the small player base than any innate issue with the servers as far as I can tell, I have found myself waiting over 5 minutes during peak East Coast playing hours to get in a lobby, and even then it's not always full. I usually like to play a couple games of Splitgate to warm up before the squad hops on Apex Legends, but sometimes it takes so long to get a lobby I just give up and jump right in with the squad on Apex, which is a shame because I'd love to experiment with this game a little more and get good, as they say. Another big complaint I hear about the game on forums, but haven't experienced so much myself, is the optimization. People complain of frame rate drops when there's a lot of portals on the screen. My 1060 can maintain 60 frames per second on medium settings, but that is an important thing for you to consider based on your rig and how you like to play. I know 60 frames really doesn't cut it for a lot of you high-tier gamers out there. Another personal complaint would be the lack of a kill cam, which far too many first-person shooters nowadays choose to omit. Sometimes when you get killed, you just don't know how, you don't know from where, and because of the variety of places you can get shot at with the portals and everything, sometimes it's nice just to know exactly where you got shot from. It also helps you get over that, wow, this guy's cheating because he just lasered me so damn fast. So that's a personal complaint. It kind of helps you catch cheaters. It allows your community to report when they suspect somebody is just a little too good. And, you know, kind of takes the edge off getting killed, because you can see, oh, yep, that guy was hiding up there. I guess I did deserve to die, as it may be. And one more small complaint, and this, I fully acknowledge this could be solely in my head, but it sometimes seemed like the time to kill is a little inconsistent, particularly with the assault rifle. I've had rounds where they go down fast, and rounds where I put a whole clip into them and they don't seem to drop. Again, this could be any number of things, but it just seemed a little too inconsistent, a little too often, and I do feel obligated to mention it, though I'd love to hear feedback from other people on this and see how much of it's really in my head. All in all, though, I have to say I am surprised that the player base for this game is at this time so small for it being so new, so free, and so fun. 1047 Games, the publisher of Splitgate, addressed this issue in a tweet on July 18th, which I will read for you here. Dear Splitgate community, many of you have asked what is next for Splitgate. We'll have more details soon, but wanted to give you a glimpse of our plans and let you know we are here to stay. We had a great launch, but unfortunately, due to a handful of small issues revolving around new user and casual user experience, we were not able to retain all those players. There is no single cause, but rather a handful of a few issues that have caused people to not stick around as much as we had hoped. The good news is that these issues are easily solvable and will soon be solved. We are confident we can and will improve the overall user experience for everyone and drastically improve retention. With that being said, we have a very special event and update planned for mid-August. This update will not only feature many improvements to the overall experience, but will also feature significant additional content. We've got a big marketing and PR push planned for this too, so expect to see a bump in players as well. More details on the exact dates and specific of the updates will be revealed soon, but know that we read all your feedback and we have taken it really to heart. We are lucky to have such a great community that cares about improving Splitgate just like we do, and we can't wait to show you what we are working on. 1047 Games Dev Team. So while that all sounds nice, I have been given the PR lip service by a video game company before, and I will reserve judgment till we see what they roll out. But even as it stands now, I have to say I would recommend Splitgate. You can't beat the price, free, and even if you don't stick around, it's a fun experience. I think we've all in our heads kind of imagined like what Portal would be like if you could shoot guns instead of just the Portal gun, and this game kind of gives you a visual for that. Myself personally, I like to crank a little Synthwave and play this game as a warm-up to an Apex session or a nice casual cooldown from a night of a little more intense team-based gaming. So if that sounds like the capacity which you might enjoy it, I can't suggest it enough, in fact. So what do you think? Do you like Splitgate? Hate it? Somewhere in between? You planning on trying it, or it seems like something you could very happily pass by? Please let me know in the comments down below. Drop a sub if you liked the video, and thank you for watching.